Salute and welcome to Wild Country Daily Entertainment. We are back at it again, like we never left. Snap, crackle, pop. Yeah, let's get into this. This is from Fox 11, Los Angeles. Newsom, Dr. Oz feud intensifies. Now, they've been having an intensified feud over hospice fraud claims, which that's not the only thing that Gavin Newsom has done. Gavin Newsom in the past, remember when COVID was here and he was ordering all Californians to stay home for Thanksgiving, to not go out because you can catch the cough, while he was out in restaurants with his buddies eating, no mask, no nothing, this and that. Then the homeless crisis that is going on in California, and so much other high taxes, cost of living. He's done so much for California, right? California people are so happy with their governor. But he's done more harm than good. Now, let's get into this article and see what this article is talking about, okay? Now, the brief. Dr. Oz claims to have identified 42 hospices in a 4-block radius. Yeah, there's no need to have that many hospices in a 4-block radius. I could see if it was spaced out throughout the whole state, but to have that many in a 4-block radius, something's up with that. Governor Newsom's office is reviewing reports of racial profiling after Oz filmed video outside Armenian-owned business, including a bakery and an art studio. Despite the high-profile claims, CMS has not yet released specific new case filings for or names of the 42 entities allegedly involved in the Van Nuys cluster. So, they say the Trump administration and California officials are locked in a heated public feud after Dr. Oz alleged that a multi-billion-dollar fraud ring purportedly run by Russian and Armenian gangs has turned Los Angeles into the epicenter of national healthcare corruption. They say Governor Gavin Newsom has fired back, accusing the former TV doctor of racially profiling the Armenian American community in cosplaying as a fraud fighter. They say that they do know Dr. Oz, head of the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, released a video Tuesday cruising through the Van Nuys neighborhood of Los Angeles. They say in the footage, he points to several buildings claiming that Russian Armenian mafia members are tricking or paying 100,000 patients to use their beneficiary numbers for fraudulent billing. They go on to say Dr. Oz alleges that Los Angeles County accounts for roughly 18% of the nation's home health and hospice Medicare billing activity. Later on, you can click the link to this article and you can watch the video. I'm not going to play the video because I don't know if I'll get a, copyright of any sort. But there is a video that you can watch. It's from X of Dr. Oz video recording what he sees. They go on to say Governor Newsom dismissed the claims as a political stunt, noting that California has already revoked more than 280 hospice licenses and implemented a statewide moratorium on new license since 2022. They go on to say state officials highlighted that their own investigations have resulted in 109 criminal charges and 24 civil fraud cases since Attorney General Rob Bonta took office. They go on to say Dr. Oz pointed to specific addresses as evidence of license flipping and shell companies where multiple businesses are registered to one location to bypass federal oversight. They go on to say many of the businesses he highlighted featured signs in Armenian, which led to Governor Newsom's accusations of ethnic profiling. They go on to say the video showed Armenian-owned businesses like Kilika Art Studio and Tigranakert Lavish. I don't know if I said that name right, but here it is. Tigranakert Lavish. They go on to say Dr. Oz's statement sparked backlash within the Armenian community, many saying he racially profiled and made discriminatory comments towards an entire community. They go on to say members of the Armenian American community have condemned this conduct as ethnic profiling and dehumanizing and I should know that word. I've seen that word. I hate when it doesn't read it. Rhetoric that unfairly stigmatizes a long-standing and law-abiding community in Southern California. Such public assertions by a senior federal officials, especially those that focus on language and ethnicity rather than clearly documented criminal conduct. They say it risks fostering discrimination, bias, and distrust toward Armenian Americans at a time when underserved communities already face social toll challenges. They said the Armenian Bar Association said. Now, also, let's take a look at the top 10 fraud and failures as governor of California, okay? Let's do this quick. Okay, Gavin Newsom claims to be a successful governor, right? But the truth about his record shows a litany of frauds and failures. Here's a list of the top 10. Now, number 1 is high cost of living in the nation. California has the highest cost of living burden in the country under Gavin Newsom. In fact, they say our 2023 Cost of California report found that living in the state imposes a $26,478.72 additional cost on middle-class families compared to the national average. They say by every measurement, Californians pay more for their cost of living than residents in other states. They say this is from a variety of factors, including massive tax hikes and minimum wages increase, which have dramatically increased the prices of goods and services in the state and chased businesses away. For example, thanks to Newsom's policy, the total gas tax obligation for Californians will be approximately $2 per gallon in 2026. Now they go on to say, number 2, soaring crime. According to a recent report by the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation on crime rates in 2022, while nationwide crime has gone down, California's crime rate is consistently spiking and went up in 2022 by a staggering 13%. They say the passage of Proposition 47 and Proposition 57 in California, both championed by Gavin Newsom, are key drivers of the increase in crime over the recent years. Now, number 3 is worst homelessness crisis in the nation. Also, number 4, weakest election integrity in nation. Number 5, they say helping human traffickers while creating a border crisis, which we all seen that border crisis that he left thousands, hundreds of thousands come across, failing to check certain documents. He's just done more bad for the border situation than any good that I've saw. Number 6, failing schools and attacks on parents. Number 7, negligence creating an insurance crisis, just like this hospice. Number 8, a pattern of pay-to-play politics. Number 9, failed Green New Deal policies, energy, water, rationing. And number 10, destroying direct democracy by gutting citizen initiative rights. So now, since you've seen all that, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you think Dr. Oz is right for doing what he's doing, coming up with these claims that there's fraud going on with hospice? Or do you think he is racially profiling? None of them have any best advice for the living lower class and middle class, but I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think. Do you think Dr. Oz is right on what he's doing, or do you think it's just another political stunt to get him more recognition for thinking he's doing good by exposing another corrupt governor that's just as corrupt as Dr. Oz is? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Peace out.